Greetings YouTube and welcome to Last Week in Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, so today it's just myself, Bluestar89 and Mega Monkey, and we're just going to be once again going over stuff that happened last week, which also includes Saturday, so we get to talk about Worlds.
Yeah, it's pretty much just all tournament news this week. Nothing really fancy about like Japanese deck lists or booster set releases with a small exception.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much just tournament results, talking about what did well, why it did well.
Let's talk about Worlds.
So despite what at least I thought, where I just thought Klee would be omnipresent at the event and just absolutely destroy everything in its path, not so. It seems the Teller Knights were the deck of choice for quite a few players, including a lot of the North American players.
All hail the helmet. Yeah,
And it ended up being one of Japan's players, the guy who lost to Sahabi last year in the finals.
yeah, Shosuke, Sunsuke.
I'm not going to try, and I don't want to butcher the poor guys.
Yeah.
These are world champions, they're good for him.
Yeah.
And against Galileo something or whatever, a representative from Panama who also won Worlds 5 years ago with Frog FTK.
Yeah, so this was a pretty stacked finals, and I'm really sad that I missed the entire thing. But it was on really late last night, like one.
Yeah, it was on 1 a.m. our time.
Yeah.
And it was Galileo, Panama's representative, playing Necros versus Japan's Teller Knight deck.
And it was what, 2-1?
Yeah, it was 2-1 in favor of the Teller Knight deck. I think it was just Royal Decree too strong for game 1.
Yeah.
And the other 2 games were just Teller Knight. Because I remember, yeah, Galileo just passed like his first 4 turns without doing anything. Game 2 and just got slaughtered. Then game 3 was a game, but ultimately Galileo lost. Happens.
Oh well. I mean,
It is what it is. Like, the champion, the guy who eventually won, obviously played well. He drew well, played well, and you know, it's that combination of luck and skill you need to win an event like that.
yeah. Now that the Teller Knights have won Worlds, people are wondering if they're going to hit the deck, and if they will, how will they do so?
I figure they probably will. Like, you look at Agents after 2011, Zactors after 2012, Dragon Rulers, Infernities, all of them got hit. The only deck that was really, like, still playable after its post-Worlds hit was Dragon Rulers.
Yeah, and I think Black Wings to an extent.
Yeah, that's going farther back in time, though.
Yeah, like, I'm of the mindset that they're going to hit Nova the 1.
Yeah, they should hit Nova.
And people say Dan's going to hit the 1, which I don't agree with. I don't agree with that because I think hitting Altair will be what will be ultimately just hurts the deck, because what do you do when you summon Dena? You search an Altair.
Yeah.
So what do you do after you use that one Altair? Search Vega, search Anakalai, search Alsham?
Yeah, I guess you could probably dip more into things like Sirius and stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah, it would be a lot like how Shurt being hit changes how you play Necros in its own way. You don't play it like the way you used to, you have to play it a different way. And I don't know how Teller's going to operate off of one Altair, but I think that's going to be what happens. If Dena goes to 1, it's like, okay, fine, I'll just max out on Anakalai and run a Foolish Burial, just get that cycle train going.
I'm not sure. I just kind of want every deck that's like really big right now to just go away. Like things like Tellers, VA, Shadalls, etc. It's been a year, and they've been tier 1 for a year, and quite frankly, the decks are getting boring as sin.
Yeah.
And after by the next ban list, those tins will have been out, so they'll have made their money off that. So.
Yeah.
Me and Necros too, as much as I like Shadalls and Necros, they need to go away with the other 3 decks.
Yeah, I mean, what's going to be the point of releasing any new shit coming up too if everything else is better? It's just by sheer surprise that Perform Ages have turned out to be so good.
Yeah, and I mean, really what are they being used for in the TCG now? Enhancing Shadalls, because Lava Chain made the pure deck not great.
But that was really the only notable things from Worlds. So it was just Teller Knights, Necros. There was a Ritual Beast there too.
Yeah, there's a hero in top 8 too, I think.
With Mystic Tomato and Kinetic Soldier.
Yeah. I was really surprised to see Necros actually at the event, though. I mean, no Jin, one Shirt, one Brio, one Unicore, one Cycle, 2 Manju, like...
I wasn't surprised that the OCG players would probably play, because they're used to playing with a really crippled Necrons deck for far longer than we have, so it's just like, oh, all
But
these
even-
cards have been hit on in addition to what's been hit for us, okay, well, business as usual.
But even then, the Necros deck that Japan usually plays just uses... They play multiple copies of Jin, that's their crutch. And with no Jin, it was like, oh, go figure.
Yeah, on the plus side though, Cleveland Towers Turbo was not legal for this, and yeah.
Yeah, no, that's another deck that needs to kind of go away. Make room for the new Pendulum decks.
Yeah. And then
We'll have Magic Specters in a couple months.
yeah, and then ARG had their championship too.
Yeah, which was won by Chris LeBlanc.
Yeah, and I believe he was playing Necros. I didn't watch it,
Yeah.
but I believe if he won it, then he was probably playing the best deck.
Yeah. I don't mind Chris LeBlanc. Good for him, kind of thing.
At least it wasn't Peter Chang or Steve Klaus.
Ew.
But that's pretty much it for like major tournament things. Now the world's we can start focusing on when the regional season starts up, and basically whenever like there's regionals wraps up, there'll always be deck lists posted on TCG Cordero's channel and ARG and whatnot. Basically, when those come up, we can just look them over, review them, give our thoughts on each list.
Yeah.
That's what will happen in the
We've got
future.
Toronto in what, 2 weeks now? Yeah, in 2 weeks. And that'll probably set the table for the rest of this format.
Yeah.
Let you know like how well things with performing just perform, how well Cosmos can perform in actual advanced rated, not just ARG format. And because it probably just took everybody by surprise too.
Well, Jones even admitted that the reason why he went to this now is like he knew the deck wasn't actually that amazing, and that's why he leaked his list, so that he would just get the play out of it. But he wouldn't actually take this to a real event.
Yeah.
That's why he dropped it. And
Like Cosmos will get there though. Like all the pieces are there. They just have to improve on it. Like they did Burning Abyss.
yeah,
Burning Abyss were solid out of the gate. They weren't amazing until we got like Virgil and Rubik and Fire League.
they're already though like kind of good to play against, especially if you're playing something that relies on spell and trap removal. Them are just dodging your shit seriously. Like you can't Fiendish Chain a Farm Girl or Good Witch.
Yeah, I'll go just shoot it sometimes.
But yeah, I'm assuming there's no ban list between now and Toronto. What do you think's gonna win? I think Necros probably has the best chance. Necros.
I'd say Burning Abyss. I'm gonna say Burning Abyss.
Yeah, Necros or BA. Followed like
Be it like just the difference is, especially now with Mistaken Arrest out, I just feel like Burning Abyss are so much more impervious to floodgates as opposed to Necros, which gives them a slight edge. That's why they did so well with Nats, right? Because like all the things that you were playing, well, I guess Necros aren't as good now as they were. So like maybe you see less mistakes in the main deck, kind of thing, which is where BA tried because they're just a dead card in that matchup. And in a matchup like Burning Abyss, like if you go first and open with like a mistake or whatever in game 1, you're basically playing 4 cards to their 6, and they can get a lot of advantage of it.
that's fair. But I'm thinking Necros, BA, Cleed, Dolls are gonna top,
Oh, they'll all be there for sure.
and then we'll get that one random Ritual Beast top.
Yeah.
And
I
if it-
think Cosmos are gonna get one top there too. I think it'll just be that one guy who like just played against a string of opponents who didn't have a fucking clue what the deck was.
And for that one guy out there who's gonna try and take right after this, you have my support. Go and get that top. Show them that my deck can do shit.
And you know there's gonna be he's gonna be that guy. And you all know who the definition of that guy who's playing chicken game.
Well, hopefully Chicken Game like tops or wins and can all be like, oh shit, we have something degen here. Let's just ban library.
Then the crusade will be complete.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah, like if there's a ban list between now, like Toronto, it'll just be really small things like ban raw magical library, limit instant fusion, kind of like we're gonna give you 2 hits kind of thing.
Yeah, assuming. That's about all I can think about for like period stuff.
Yeah. Other than that, we've got like
More spoilers.
the
like
rest of
High Speed Riders.
High Speed Riders. Yeah.
We got Mirror Resonator. Thank God. Like finally.
Yeah, and like the rest of Psy-Frames.
Yeah. Looking over like
I
some,
need to try playing around with those. I don't know how that works at all.
Basically-
it looks so confusing. All their like their effects are just so wordy.
Yeah, well, basically, like the general consensus of Cyframes are, you leave your field open. If your opponent does anything, you summon your tuner monster, your vanilla, and then you get an effect. Like one of them kills something, one of them searches, and then your field spell immediately synchro summons. Like,
So in theory, if you didn't have the field spell, wouldn't Gores be pretty sweet right there?
yeah,
I hope so. I want people to play Gores again. Gores is a cool card that nobody these days respects.
yeah, that's very true. Gorge, Trigo. I was actually thinking of running Serene Silent Sacred Witches, or like the
Like the Wizard and the Witch Maiden.
yeah, because you banish things, so you can make your banish effects alive with like Power Generic, Telekinetic, Power Will. Like some of these guys, it's like level 1 Light Tuner cannot be normal summon their set, must be special summoned by card effect. When your opponent's monster declares an attack while you control no monsters, you special summon him and a driver from your hand deck graveyard and end the battle phase after killing the monster, by the way. And then at the end of the turn, if you summon these things, you exile them. It's like, oh, okay, now my remove from play pile's online. Now I can activate the one that's like shuffle free banished psychic monsters into the graveyard to draw cards or something.
No, that's just shuffle threes from the graveyard. And nothing to do with banish.
Yeah,
just a pot of banish.
there's another like psychic card that works with those two, but
Yeah.
there's
And
this
like,
guy.
There's also Esper Girl, I guess, if you need just another tuner.
yeah.
She's kind of cool.
There's like this guy. It's like when your opponent's spell card is activated, like your little monsters, special summon, negate the effect, kill it.
Oh, and yeah, so like we got the rest of the side frames, which is cool. We got another Goyo card. Goyo.
Predator,
Predator, yeah.
level 6,
So
24,
he's 24. He's 24, so he's a little smaller. But he's same level as Goyo Guardian. A little smaller. Same thing, same gimmick. Stealing your opponent's monsters. This one, like Goyo Chaser, can do it in any position, and then your opponent just takes half damage.
which is
So it's actually ridiculous. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then actually I forgot that last Cyframe card here. It's their trap. Once per turn, you can banish one Cyframe monster from your hand or face up on your side of the field. So it's changeable and target one card on the field. Banish that card face down. That's it. Number 2 effect is you can banish this from the graveyard at one Cyframe card other than itself from your deck or hand. You don't activate the turn. So basically, you have a trap card that exiles one of your Cyframe monsters from your hand or field to exile anything from your opponent face down.
That's. I guess I look forward to seeing what the deck can do. Like, I'll probably watch a couple other people play it before I try it out myself. But I always try everything to get a feel for how it works.
I'll give them a shot just on the grounds of their artwork implies that these guys are like lightning based, and it's not like we have actual thunder archetypes in this game.
There's Hunders, Battery Man.
Oh yeah, great. So, you know what I mean? Just make, I don't know, Narukami archetype in here. Give me a Raticators.
No, man. They'll just make another boring ass warrior archetype.
Or spellcasters. And they'll probably be light or dark.
They have to be, man. It's too good.
We got
So
those.
like, the last thing is Clash just came out like this past week, I think, in Korea.
Yeah.
So we got another batch of Korean exclusives. It looks like they're done doing like the Lovecraftian gods, deities kind of thing, and they're now doing like a water parasitic kind of thing.
Yeah, the artwork on these
The
things
artwork
looks
is
sick.
it's crazy good. Like all the Korean exclusives before, like they got crazy art. And basically, they're like trap monsters, but they're also not. They're just regular traps that you activate. They do a thing. They go to the grave. They're a trap. Then when a trap goes to the grave, they can summon themselves out as level 2 Aqua Vanilla 12 zeros. Note that you can only special summon one of them when a trap goes to the grave. It can't be like
You can't.
activate
Right,
torrential and summon.
Yeah.
You can't do that
Yeah, no.
because that's stupid.
But you can do some crazy things. Like I've only seen so far like Lithium's build of it where he ran like Swap Frog and like the Frog Engine with reasoning, and he also ran as like a chain thing. So like you'd go like you'd activate a trap card like Reckless Greed, and like you trap card from graveyard, and it'd be like what's the Chain Link 4 Chain Burn crap, like all those quick draw cards.
Oh yeah, like accumulated fortune.
Yeah, that's it, accumulated fortune. Like and then the trap card in graveyard would chain to accumulated fortune, which would just build up a giant ass chain, and it just.
Oh yeah, like it's super neat that like they're trying new things. Like that's a completely new concept we haven't seen so far. It's also not stupid. That's what I was thinking.
But yeah, originality in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's
Yeah,
actually a
like-
thing.
Like I said, future, we're bored with these decks. They've been around too long.
Don't worry, it'll change next spring when we get the new Light Sworn cards and Cyber Dragon.
Yeah. Minerva.
Yeah.
Because we're now, Blood Mephis was what? 5, 6 prize cards ago, and he still hasn't had a mass release. And they could just skip over him and go, skip over him and Big Borzak and go right for the one people will actually be able to use in Giant Hand. I'll push for that till it happens, I swear.
Yeah.
Other than that,
there really wasn't like a whole lot of like major noteworthy stuff. There's like other things like UDS Invitationals, but I don't really know about those. The World's Prize cards got shown. They look okay, but that's about as good as they are. Europe is getting some...
The prize cards are the same. They're 2 cards, usually in flavor, like they were Exceeds for a bunch of years during that era, and now they're Pendulums. And they're just in flavor of wherever Worlds is. It's like this time it dipped into, since it was in Kyoto, they dipped into like Japanese mythos and stuff. I don't know what the story was last year when they were in Italy, and the year before that in like Las Vegas, they had like Grand Opulent. They had like one that was like a turtle with Vegas on its back, and the other was like a roulette and like blackjack dealer and stuff. Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. There's those, and then there's like Europe now having their local Legends Guild series, which is basically a OTS for Europe, except because it's in Europe, they get better things like amazing looking mats with sick artwork, and it's just more stuff for Europe to have. So good for them. I mean, they don't get a whole lot of things. I mean, they still don't have, well,
any manga promo you can name.
Yeah.
Spark, Hot Red.
They don't have Juragido yet. That's why the card's still like expensive for what it is. Because it would be a lot cheaper if it got printed over there. There'd be more of it in circulation. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know why Konami tries to divide their player base like this. Like OCG, TCG, Europe, it's every one of it is basically like playing a different game. Like, not to discredit any player, any European player, because that'd be really rude and really inaccurate. But looking at their deck lists for here is almost worthless because the games are so different. Just various cards. Like I remember like a while ago, like, everybody like I saw playing Mizu Rhythm, like way back in like the rank 3 or the best rank days. It's like, ew, why are people playing Mizu Rhythm? That card's not good. Oh, because they don't have acid.
Yeah.
It's like all those like Jump, manga, etc. promos are the only reprints I'll ever advocate for, just for legality.
Yeah, it's pretty tough when so many decks out there have like these really powerful promo cards that you just can't get a hold of because we're not Japan, so we don't have like rental access. And it's not just for...
They're talking about Vanguard.
Oh, I see what you did there.
It's true.
Oh yeah, the last thing I was going to mention was like more high-speed rider cards. Like I forgot to mention like the rest of the Speed War guys because we got a couple more. Like we got the one that's like basically replaces Necro Guard now, except it's wind for whatever reason. And then we got like a new guy that's like special summons himself from the hand when you're going to attack, switches everything to defense. And you meet in the instant battle phase, so RIP Cloudians, who become even less playable.
I don't know, that just seems kind of bad to me, because it seems like you want to be comboing off with Speedroids, not generally trying to, not like little increments of damage. You just want to be like, synchro.
Yeah. Well, I think the Necro Guard guy is a tuner monster as well. I'm not too sure on that one.
Oh, in that case he's crazy, because you could summon him with their Lone Fire for their tuners.
I could be wrong in this.
If he's a tuner, he's crazy.
If he's not, then yeah, like, Speedroids I see being a very common card to get, but it looks fun to watch though, so I can only imagine it's really fun to play.
Oh yeah, it's something I definitely want to try, because why not? Tengu's a win, you can play Tengu in there.
Oh yeah, there's also that Synchro Cracker spell. That thing looks interesting, where you target a Synchro monster, return it the extra, and then blow up all face-up monsters your opponent has whose attack is equal to or less than the monster. So like,
that was a quick play.
Oh, it'd be stupid if it was a quick play, but
that'd be so sweet.
You could return a Trishula, blow up everything is 2,700 or less, and then summon Trishula again.
I do like Trishula.
That's the only way you get to play multiple Trishulas these days.
No, you'll touch. I'll prove you wrong. 5 Trishula turn 1, gonna happen.
But I think that's like all the real notable things. Like again, this is a pretty slow news week, but
Yeah, it was just a big tournament. It wasn't just a big tournament week, pretty lax on news. I think the next little while is going to be really light on news, as we have nothing for like new cards, and now like the big tournament season's kind of over for a while until like 2-3 weeks when we can report on Toronto.
yeah, hopefully we'll start getting some breakers of Shadow ideas, or
Probably not. That doesn't come out in Japan for a couple months.
Yeah.
We should see spoilers toward the end of next month.
yeah, maybe they'll just reveal another jump promo or something coming up. Well, I'll think of something.
Yeah, I think we got like what? It's almost time for them to drop East Eyes, isn't it?
I cannot wait.
So yeah, I guess that's it then.
Yeah, so that's
I
all.
want to conclude this by asking all the archetypes from Clash of Rebellion, Arrow Mages, Red Eyes, Ignite, what am I forgetting?
Infernoid.
Infernoid, Gem Knight. What deck are you playing from the new set? Let us know. Kind of curious.
You guys know what I'm going after.
I'm just trying to figure that out right now, as I'm kind of in like Yu-Gi-Oh limbo. I tried Ignites today. It was
I played
they
some
need
Talon
more.
today.
They really need more. They need something.
I just felt like playing Talon yesterday because like I have the best deck in the world and it's gonna get slaughtered, so I wanted to get value out of it, and then I could see.
Don't worry, man. That happened to me last year.
And I bricked when it counted, and when it didn't count, but it's whatever. I'm only one Blackstone away from being able to finish Red Eyes the deck, so hopefully I'll have that for you. And yeah, it's gone.
That's going crazy high.
Well, it's because everyone who wanted Blackstone just bought them out online, and therefore the price jumped. Like the card really should be $15 at most, but
I think it'll settle there eventually, especially after next month when the special edition comes out. Also, I don't put money down. But one of the two foils from Clash is going to be Chicken Game. There's no way it won't be.
or counterattacking Seed.
Why not both?
I like how you think of that one. But yeah.
Those are both good cards.
Yeah, but still, comment on below if you're playing anything on Clash, or what do you think about the game at the moment? Do you like Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you dislike it?
Are you just neutral, or are you just like, yeah, whatever?
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, like, really, I've noticed just, if you accept that the game is just faster, it helps with your enjoyment. It really does. If you want to play a deck and the pace that's been good 5 years ago, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to be angry that your deck doesn't work. You're going to be angry at all this stupid new shit. If you just accept that the game is faster and that things float much easier, then your enjoyment's going to be better. Let's put it that way.
That's fair. But yeah, that's all for this video. I'm BlueStar89.
Mega Monkey 666.
Until next time, thank you all for watching, and don't run into Mirror Force.